Disclaimer. Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Green Thumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing?
I lost track right there. Don't know if you noticed. Welcome to the Dr. Green Thumb Show. It's live. BREALTV, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and everywhere else. Hello, I'm Dr. Green Thumb. Welcome to the office. To my right, the legendary hitman Julio G.
I made it through the traffic, but I'm here.
That's right. And look at Blombo. Look at that hat he's wearing, Blombo.
Yeah, he got the message last week.
Hey, check this out though, man. I'm coming down Imperial Highway to jump on the 105. I'm right across from the Imperial Court Projects.
Oh boy!
I look over in the mirror just to look at something. I'm just trying to look quick, look peek, and I go, "Oh, take this hat off!" I swear, my heart dropped. I swear, my heart was.
You was right there, Poppy.
Right there, man. I'm like, "What are you doing, bro?"
All for Bolton.
All for you, man.
All for you.
Just to get here for you, Bolton.
Just to get here for you, Popple.
Right.
Risking it.
That's right.
Made it, baby.
Another legend in the building. My man, Psycho Lizzy.
Salute, y'all. Happy New Year. Word up.
Word up. Up in the treehouse crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra, and the Dominator.
We're just picking it up here like Julio G, dog.
That's right. It's big and back, brah. You know what I'm saying? And Tank Tone in the building because it's Strong Tuesday. A taco.
Happy New Year, y'all.
It's a Strong Taco Tuesday, baby. Don't forget.
Yeah.
And you know,
Tickle.
you know the runners up don't like this, but the champ is in the building.
Yeah.
Got his shades. Look at him. Like a boss, bro.
Like a boss.
Looks like a boss right there, bro.
That's right.
Are you P. Diddy today?
He's Dro Diddy.
Dro.
He's Dro Diddy. Yesterday was Cool Mo Dro.
Kumo Dry, I heard that yesterday.
Yeah,
That was funny.
that's his championship look.
It's like, the glasses look tight, though.
That's his rap name, Cool
Yeah,
Mo
that was
Dro.
hard. That was hard, big
Cool
guy.
Mo Dro, the champion.
Yeah.
I was calling him Cool Dro D. Cool
How you
Dro
like
D.
me now?
We just saw a couple music videos yesterday of his.
You finally saw
We
it?
saw Wild Wild West and
That was hard,
How You
bro.
Like Me Now.
He's the man.
You know, for a
Great
second,
comeback.
For a second, Ice-T was the guy with those. Like he wore those too back in the early '80s, and then old boy on Star Trek.
Yep.
And they started calling them Star Trek glasses. But look at his. Look at Kumo's right there.
Yeah, bro.
Uma always had some.
That was his whole fly style right there.
flag shades. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, now I got to get the matching hat.
Yep, you got to get the.
And you know what? You got to respect that dude because he came back out of the earth. He's from the beginning, Treacherous 3, bro.
First generation.
He's the only one that broke out of that and just like kind of reinvented and came back with some big hits,
Big
man.
hits.
Like big hits, bro.
he
Big
could rap
hits.
his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the first rappers to really start putting words together, real
Oh, yeah.
You know what's crazy?
strategic words.
It
You know, like
is if you hear Cool Mo D when he was in the Treacherous 3, like you could hear the where he was going. Like he had an advanced style,
Yeah, for sure.
you know. And then when he started making his own solo joints, I mean, he sort of refined it and polished it and made it more radio, but it was hip hop nonetheless.
Somehow he came at LL and got himself on that way. Like it was just like, you know what I mean? That
you
was
got to
the
lock
whole...
up my jock like a pit bull.
the classic battle of Kumo D.
Look at
was-
that Treacherous
was-
3 early school, man.
Before the Star Treks, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
What you think about that picture right there, Bolton?
That's my gang right there.
That's his gang right there.
Photoshop Colton on there.
There you go.
Got to get Photoshop Bolton on there.
Y'all gotta
They're
look.
from LA?
No, they're from New York.
They're from New York. Yeah. Yeah. I love Kumo D. He has some good records, man.
Y'all gotta look up the battle he had with Busy B.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, that was a good battle. Yeah.
classic because that's when you really heard Kumo D coming with the crazy verse because Busy B was still doing the bong, the bong, the bong, everybody.
He was just freestyling gibberish.
Yeah.
But it was
Kumo
dope.
D started coming in at his neck like, yo, bye, chopping him up, yo. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that was when the art of let me memorize my rap before I get to the party thing happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he totally was ready for it.
Harlem.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's where the MC kind of started jumping in the front of the DJ. Really, like that point. That's when there was like it became something. You know, what I mean? Like I said, when Kumo D he came with some bars that what they would consider that today would be like he came with bars and he kind of okay, this is where we're taking it now. So from there on, it was just it changed. It just was a change.
Well, he was a real MC, boy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's for sure. Like you know that he was definitely an inspiration, man, because like those bars he was flipping with the Treacherous 3, they're way different than what he does as Kumo D, the solo artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are like advanced. Just the flow was crazy. Like you know, it inspired one of our flows on what was it? It was a song that never came out. But we heard it not too long ago when we did the documentary with Muggs, and Muggs was playing some of the songs back when I was rapping in sort of this voice and not the high pitched one people have become accustomed to. I was flipping like a Kumo D style, like the Treacherous 3 Kumo D, where it was like, you know, constant flip. My name is that, like they had some songs like in those kind of styles that were dope. They didn't crack the radio, but like those of us that were hip hop heads,
we knew the songs.
We knew them and we loved them.
Yeah, they weren't radio songs. They were just like it was early hip hop. Nobody was doing that. Yeah, it was
block jams.
Yeah, those are block jams. It wasn't even real radio rap on radio at the time. So those guys are early. I love them and like Fearless 4. I was a fan of Cold Crush.
Yep.
I like that whole era. I really like that early era, man. I love to see that.
The song we did was called Getting Funky, right? And I remember just a phrase that I had written for Sendong on his verse on it, and it was, my name is Stiff, I kick the gift, so damn funky, I uplift, meaning I energize, sucker nerves, a twinkle of lies, something, and la 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 la. And it's a variation of their style, but their style when they flipped it on their record, it was faster. It would have been, my name is Stiff, I kick the gift, you know, but that's how dope they were, is that they influenced our first set of demos, the Treacherous 3.
That's crazy, man.
People don't know that, but you know, I just gave them some game, right?
Yeah, man.
And shout out also to Special K, LA Sunshine. They're both just as nice as Kumo D.
Special K used to be out here in LA for a while. We used to hang out with him from time to time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, word up.
Legends.
Hey, we want to send prayers, man, to Damar Hamlin, man, for what happened to him yesterday.
Yeah, crazy.
Between the Bills and the Bengals, man. That has never happened in football where they've canceled the game. You know, usually the game is above the injury of the player, unfortunately, and the game continues. But, you know, they got it right this time and, you know, just called the end to the game to focus on this guy's life, because the guy's life is definitely more important than the game.
I thought it was the right thing to do. I thought they did it. That was the right thing to do, actually, Yeah, God bless him, man. That was crazy to see that, man.
And he's only 23, man.
I know, young guy, man. You know what I mean?
It's crazy how it happened.
And the word was that the NFL actually wanted to continue the game. It was the players and coaches that were like,
we ain't doing it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make us.
not today.
No,
But it's cool that they allowed that and didn't try to make them go back out and play that game.
Yeah, and then I seen the people from the other team. They went to the hospital too. Like the other fans, they from the other team, they went and supported too. It was cool. You know what I mean?
And it was crazy too because his charity, like all the fans, donated about overnight. I think it's about $3 million.
Yeah,
$3 million. And when it first happened, right, it was at $2,500 because he was doing something to raise money like for toy drives, and all his ask was $2,500. Right, he didn't ask for much, and that was what was in the account before all this happened.
Wow.
And once the thing happened, it started shooting up throughout the day, man. It, for it to go from $2,500 to $4 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my!
That's at $4 million.
I mean, that's how many. That's how much it impacted people, man. Like to see this kid, have go through that.
Yeah, man. That
on national TV, and it affected both teams. Like they were both.
It
shook
didn't
up.
look like a hit like that to me from the angle I seen it.
It wasn't a hard hit. It was.
It didn't seem like it to me, so I didn't really understand. What had happened to him? How he just, what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
It's one of those freak accidents because you never see that happen. You see guys get injured from other things, but like that, different.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, prayers to that guy, man. Hopefully he can snap out of it. It took them quite a while to resuscitate.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't know if you guys talked about this already, but a major fight breaks out at a Waffle House in Texas.
I saw this.
Now
I saw the clips.
If you haven't been to a Waffle House, just so you guys know out there has never been, a fight can break out at Waffle House anytime.
Anytime.
That's what Waffle House is about for some people.
That's where all the drunks. That's where all the drunks at.
You talking about the one where she caught the chair with one hand? You talking about that Waffle House fight? Because there'd be so many.
Yeah, that was the good one right there.
I would love to see that one.
That one got.
She caught that. Boop, like she been there. She's like a professional. Bro.
I think she got fired too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were throwing blows.
It's crazy because you have a combination of two different attitudes like conflicting in a Waffle House. It's the people that work there that like
you have the customer and the staff.
They got to deal with all these different attitudes and they don't want to take no shit from nobody. And then
and people drunk.
Damn it,
people drunk too.
And then you got like folks that come in that feel they're entitled. Like, hey, you got to wait on me right now.
Look at Waffle House. This is getting ready to go off.
Yeah, this is the one Julio's talking
Watch
about.
Watch this girl. Watch.
Oh, she
Boom.
told me.
Now they finna jump on her. Look, look at her. Look at her.
That's why she got fired.
Look at her.
Damn.
Look at her. She does that.
That's why she got fired.
She got a pan to the
That's why she got fired.
Tag teaming on her.
She went in for
That's
it.
crazy.
Like if the chick had just fell and they, they sustained her or whatever, like they subdued her or whatever, she wouldn't have got fired. But she started throwing them dogs, and it's on, it's on camera.
She was throwing them.
It's on camera. Later, girl. Look, she's challenging
Yeah,
you.
she
Come
is.
on, come over here, bitch.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Oh,
fuck you.
Oh, straight to it.
Look at her.
Hey, that was a nice uppercut she threw.
Straight
Those
to
blows,
it.
bro.
That was a pretty clean
Look at her.
uppercut right there. Damn.
Her father taught her well.
Yeah, she went straight to it.
Old girl should never have climbed up on that counter. Counters are greasy.
It's like,
And
bitch,
then the girl behind is just throwing plates, bro. Look, it's crazy.
gotta clean this
Yeah, I'm
place.
just saying, this is one video from Waffle House. This ain't
That's
the only one.
like a fraction of beef at Waffle Houses, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the beef on the grill.
Wow.
Yeah, Waffle House should know it could happen.
Imagine sitting there. You're like, man, I just wanted my number 3, man. That's all I wanted, my waffle, man. Come on, bro.
Bitch, I told you over easy, not scrambled.
Scattered, covered, and smothered. That's all I wanted.
Oh man.
Chopped, diced.
Hey, it's a combination of people that come in with attitude and the people that are like behind the counters, like taking the orders and doing all the stuff that like are fed up already. They don't want to be there because they don't like the job, and a lot of times they don't like the patrons that come in.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the staff's already on the brink.
Right.
You gotta
At
remember,
all of them.
You gotta remember, it's like 2 a.m. sometimes.
And
that's
2 in the
all-
morning.
Oh,
That's
2 in the
right.
People
morning
had
is the hot-
drinks.
That's the red zone.
They want to be home sleeping, like, and then you got these people wilding, like, what?
And probably on a good one, just came back from a club or a party, and they
Turned
got some
up.
drinks in the
All
system.
turned up.
No, they turned off that crunk. You know what I mean?
The fear meter is on low.
Tear the club up.
Crunk
Tear the
juice.
club. That's where they just came from.
Yeah,
That's where they
they
go
are.
to the Waffle House. It's on, bro.
We're gonna tear this Waffle House
I need
up.
more butter.
Fuck them motherfuckers on the south side.
Oh wow, you ramped up real quick, buddy. Here, pass this down to Steph Tone. And
I was going to say that you guys went in right out the gates yesterday. What happened?
Yeah, I know. I totally fell victim to myself. You know what I'm saying? And I got to, take this one for the one I hit earlier. But damn, you ramped up. How many did he hit right there? That was crazy.
Shit, you guys can't drink alone. Pass that.
Oh yeah, I was violating left and right the other day. I couldn't help myself. Mello came on.
I seen that. I
Go ahead,
seen a little
Mello.
bit of that. Yeah, I was kind of in and out of the studio, but I did catch a little bit of that.
Yeah. And you know, it was exciting to have him. We haven't had him here ever, and you know, he's one of the homies. So like, and people were excited. So we were having the conversation, and I could not stop saying "ish" and something, and I must have had like 6 shots, and he participated in the.
He got in
the challenge, like you know, Once Upon a Time, my man.
Yeah, for sure.
So he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'll get down with that. I can't."
It was cool to hear some more stories, you guys.
Yeah.
It was cool because it took me back. I was remembering, like, damn, man, we go way back. Like,
I was trying to get him on the day that you were here, but like he had.
It just reminded me of like we didn't have cars. We were like using mom's car, whatever, but we can borrow.
Sometimes
Mr.
walking
Reyes
to
is
parties,
walking. Like we would just, man, it was crazy.
Number 2,
the good old days.
Yeah, man, the good old days, bro.
Well. You know, some of those days were good.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
When life was kind of more simple.
We could say the old
true.
days.
It's true. It was more simple back then. You're absolutely right. You know, so that was cool to see that, man. It was good to see Bello.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what kind of shot did you just blow, my dude, right there?
Oh no, it's for.
Ooh, he got that
man, bro.
double skull shot over there, boy. That's
that's Liddy.
That's that wreckage.
That's that Liddy in the city. There it goes.
That's smart.
Here it comes.
Hey, but I didn't know this. But like De La Soul is finally releasing their
I'm so happy
entire
about that.
catalog
I'm so happy about
to
that.
streaming platforms.
Thank you.
So they only had a few things up, right?
Well, they only had a couple things up, but that first album was what everybody's wanted. I wanted that first album up on stream,
and
know
they
what I mean?
couldn't get it
You can't
nowhere.
Get that, man. It's been in this whole little situation
With
because
Tommy
of the
Boy.
samples. Well,
Right,
it's because of the samples too.
samples,
You know, samples, but with Tommy Boy also. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm glad to see that because I just love De La and you know.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, we broke those records on 1580K. You know what I mean? I still got the original test presses up plug tuning. You know what I mean?
I remember the first time hearing those on K-Day, bro. Y'all like
that was so new back then that they thought that music was like space music because they asked us one day. They were like, "Why are you playing this De La Soul record?"
Hey,
we're like,
wait,
"What?"
Hey, listen, when
you
you
rocked,
rocked,
talking about.
Hey, listen, when you rocked plug tuning for the first time, Julio.
Oh.
That like it would just
Game
blew
changer.
my mind. That is game changer. I was his instant fan.
And then Potholes in My Lawn
of De La Soul, and then Potholes in, like everything they followed up with right there was like just knocking.
Mm-hmm. But when that first came out, it was just so for people to understand that at the moment, rap was not nowhere near nothing like that. It was like
it
was
different.
just new. It was just this was the newest, craziest thing, and they kind of shifted the game.
They took different kind of chances. Prince Paul's
incredible,
beats were ridiculous.
I heard he's doing their new album, so that's why I want to hear this new album.
As
Prince Paul.
it should be.
Yeah, man,
You know
I
what
love De La Soul.
Hey, Prince Paul's production, not for nothing, some of the best. Dude.
That whole album is just
underrated,
classic, bro. Classic.
Underrated.
He goes
For
back to Stetsasonic.
Stetsasonic. I used to love them too, man.
They were dope too.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to that first album, sick beats on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Stetsa.
Yeah, Ghost Stetsa.
Yeah,
we used to play all that, man. Talking all that jazz came later. We played a lot of that.
All those songs were applicable to any mix because they were just knocking, and you could dance to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like chicks could dance to it. As hard of a b-boy song or a hip hop song as it might have been, like it had that tempo where chicks could dance to it.
Mm-hmm. And that's when they dropped Me, Myself, and I, and that's when it was really over because that just took them to.
Oh yeah.
And then Say No Go, and it was just like these guys are just. They're on, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
They started with the ill different shit, and then they came with the stuff that, damn it. And then they came with the stuff that chicks could dance to, and that was key, right there.
Oh yeah, they great records, man.
That's always what the record company wants you to do, though. Like start in with what you started, and if it resonates, we need something that is universal that chicks could buy.
Mm-hmm.
And most hip hop artists, we didn't get that in the beginning. We were like, what? We're going to do what we want to do, and not recognizing that. Only a few did early on. Like LL was like the first.
Yeah, he
like the
that.
absolute first. He was like a hardcore rapper, spitting bars, but he realized guys don't buy records the way women buy records. Women buy the records, but you got to make records like that.
Make them asses shake, and the rest is gravy.
Yeah, or that they can relate to in some sort of way. Even, you know what I mean? Like
when he did "I Need Love," they didn't think that was going to be that big of a record.
One of his biggest.
It was the thing that broke him out all the way across the board. Was that record really got him on the map? But I mean, that was on the time we were on the radio on 1580 KD. But I remember it was just a huge hit from the beginning. But they didn't think that about it because it was such a risk. It was a big risk
because he was a hardcore rapper, and they thought he should stay doing.
And he slowed it down. I need love, and it was just like.
I know going back to Cali was different too.
Yeah, exactly, man.
What about pop that coochie? Pop
that coochie. Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, boy.
No, but LL, he knew how to make that work with the ladies. He didn't care what people thought. He made those type of records.
Ladies love Cool J.
Yeah,
ladies
for sure.
love, and Drake is the guy doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and most guys after Drake started doing it, like, wait a minute, Drake's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on to something. and he sure was and is. Like, so now you got a lot of these cats doing melodic rap, which is basically singing in a sort of rap style, trying to do what Dude does.
Mm-hmm.
If you love the ladies.
If you, you
love
that's
the
who
terror.
who buys the records, man. Guys stream it, chicks buy it.
Yeah. And they come to the shows, and then you want to be at the show where they're at. So it's like it drives itself. You know what I mean? In that way.
That was a great 7-Up commercial, right? Because it was talking about there was the guy that was with Cetera, and he's like, if you love the ladies, you love Cetera. From Chicago, right?
Yeah.
No, he's killing it. The whole house is just nothing but pictures of girls in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he sung all the big love ballads in the 80s with Chicago.
Crushed them.
Yeah.
Then you got to give Tupac his, because in Tupac's era, he came and kind of brought it to the ladies, too, in his way. And he brought the little gangster twist to it, so he gets his props on that.
Ladies love a bad boy.
I just watched the Elvis movie.
But you got to give him some songs.
Yeah, for sure.
You just got to shake it.
That, too.
Bring it.
Hey, some ladies like the hardcore, too.
Elvis
I know.
Blew him up.
I know that. But I'll tell you what. If you give them something they could dance to or move to in some kind of way.
Something they could feel.
That girl at Waffle House was a hardcore fan.
Something colorful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's chicks that like the hardcore stuff, metal chicks, and you know what I mean? Like they're
hard.
Their playlist is more heavy. You ain't gonna find no ballads in their playlist. You know what I'm saying?
I met some chicks that, I mean, I know some girls that like hardcore hip hop. They know Gangstar.
Yeah,
they
for
know
sure.
all this kind of stuff. They love that too. Mm-hmm. But in the sense of hip hop, if you want to be around for a minute, you want that record to play a little bit longer and be absorbed a little bit better, you kind of want to go in that direction of making those types of records for females. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but something that's kind of colorful in a way. You know what I mean? A cool dance song that you could play at a club and things like that. So that's why it makes you last a little bit longer in my eyes, with those types of records.
Yeah, I mean, like if it happens, if you
can make it, if you can find it, it's hard to make.
Yes, if you could find it, it's great. If you're purposefully going to it, right, trying to make it happen, it never happens. That's like when they tell every label wants their artist, hey, we need a single, and then you try to work to a single, you never get it.
Then you try to sample that one song that everybody knows. You're trying to find that one sample that, hey, let's use Kool and the Gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're looking for an easy.
You're forcing
you're looking for an easy layup.
Yeah,
trying to force an easy layup, and there's no doing that.
No.
Like you just got to sort of vibe it out, and if you got something, great. If not, then the hit is for the next project.
Yeah.
Should you get one?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like we never, that was the one thing about Muggs' production is he was never looking for a radio hit ever. Like far from it. He wanted to make the songs on the album as best they could be because a single is only a single, and the whole goddamn meal got to stand up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was making the strongest song as possible as opposed to a filler. Like, because most albums back in that time is like, you got a great single, the rest of the ish is filler.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No
and
doubt.
we were totally reversed to that because of the way Muggs thought about it. It was like, no, the single, we ain't even worried about that. And fortunately, we got a few. That we didn't even think we had. We were just like, really? No.
You didn't think Insane in the Brain was going to do that?
Hell no, I didn't think. I was like, why aren't we putting it going out like that?
Yeah.
Because, we're about the harder, darker stuff.
sure,
But
for sure.
Sony was like, nah.
That was it. Yeah.
Insane in the Brain.
Muggs knew what the beats he was using.
But not even Muggs knew that was going to be a hit. We were all like, as the band, we were like, nah, man, we ain't
that was
going
like
out.
that was like a warm up single for that album, like kind of that you guys threw out there. Okay, we're coming out. Here's Insane in the Brain.
Yeah,
but we're really coming with something else. But then the record takes off.
But then that one took off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it overshadowed anything that we thought we were going to put out on that album after that. I mean, We Ain't Going Out did great. And
then that video, I think, was what really took it over because that's where people started really, they mosh pitting. And
that's the one thing is that in a hip hop video, we showed those elements that hadn't been showed before, right? With the exception of maybe the Beasties, but they had a punk background. You know what I mean? Like they played punk music before they played hip hop, so you know their music and their vibe lend itself to that. Whereas we were just traditional hip hop. We didn't come from a punk band or rock band or anything like that. Even though we listened to that as kids, that's not what our group was. But we showed that element before anyone else of the stage diving, the crowd surfing, the mosh pit, and then the destruction of the turntables, like the Who because people forget that in the Insane in the Brain video, Muggs throws down the turntables and destroys the set.
It was called hardcore hip hop.
It was hardcore, and that was like the bridge that showed that hip hop could get that same energetic charge that rock and metal and punk could get.
Same energy.
Same energy, and that we could share stages together.
Yeah.
And then that, that helped us graduate to do shows with like the Deftones and Korn and Limp Bizkit and Rage Against the Machine and the rest. You know what I mean? Like hip hop can hold its own in the realm of that if you got the music that can pump people up.
I've always wanted to ask you, why do you think you guys were like kind of how would I say? You were kind of like kind of brought into the kind of like the white side of the game, and they accepted you guys and loved you guys. Like it wasn't like they were at that time with all the rappers. It was like the Beasties and Cypress, and it was just like, you know what I mean? Like you guys had at that time, you guys had like the Hispanics was getting to rock with you.
Yeah,
they were getting to know it because it was a little different for what they were tripping off of in the beginning.
It was
right?
way different.
It was way different. You know what I mean? And then, but you always had like the white side that always like messed with y'all. Like was always down. How did that happen?
Cypress always had a lot of guitars and stuff in their samples too, and like people like that too.
It was a little bit of what we used and what we loved about metal in the album covers, the mysterious parts, and then the little parts that Muggs and guys like T-Ray would use in the production to show those little hints of that in there. But more than anything, it was doing shows like Lollapalooza, exposing us to the alternative fan base, which was like the hardcore white kids that were into BMXing, skateboarding, and things like that. Like
because they weren't really doing that in hip hop. Like it was like you guys were kind of early in that.
Well, because we got exposed to it, and we came out with that. Okay, we got one more minute before I could really unleash. All right, we came out with that. We don't give a spirit in hip hop, and we came out way different from our look to the way we flipped shows back then. I mean, we would jump out in the crowd like punk rock heads, you know what I'm saying? And we'd come in with board shorts and just wild out, so them kids over there felt like, well, we could connect with these guys. This is like the type of things we're about. And so it sort of, it came from where we came from, Black Latin kids, and like sort of extended to the hardcore white kids that were living crazy lives too.
Yeah.
In their
because we came up in that Southgate world of the metal bands and all that. We came up doing listening to all that.
Yeah,
too,
so it lent itself to that.
It was cool though how Cypress is like that, accepted in that way. I was like tripped out. I always wanted to ask you, how did you guys find it? I always thought maybe it was your management.
You know what it was?
Places.
We weren't afraid to do the shows. Because it could be intimidating, right? You get up there, you're a rap group or a hip hop group, and all you got is your turntables, and sometimes you didn't even have that. You had your DAT, right? Because people didn't want to rock off the turntables because the needles jump, right?
Yeah, needles jump, yeah, for sure.
That's 2 tracks, no matter what it is. If you're off your DAT or on the turntables, as you know, it's 2 tracks. you're on, you're going up against a band with multi-track instruments that could be raised and lowered, all the drums mic'd up, guitars, everything like really up there. And it could be intimidating for rap groups to go up against that and be like, oh man, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And we just took the challenge. We were like, well, we could hang in any setting. And because we did that and took those challenges, and won people over, we started getting accepted in those alternative circles.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That's where it stemmed from. Not being afraid to take a chance on yourself.
That's the whole thing, though. You made the music that was true to the music that you like. When you make the music that you like, and you have to be selfish, because once it leaves your hands, it's not in your control no more.
It's not just yours anymore.
Yeah. So you have until you release it, be selfish and make it the way that you feel great about it, because it has to feel good to you. Otherwise, no matter what anyone says, you know what I mean, it could mess your head all up.
That's the funny thing about this, right? You're making it for everyone else, but it starts with you first.
Yep.
It's and you gotta love what it is, because it's out there forever.
Thank you.
It's out there forever. It's your stamp. It's your time capsule.
Yep.
That you put out there. Only it's available. There's no hiding it, unless you put it out in obscurity. It's out there for everybody to hear it, and you better love it. You better love it, because if you don't,
you're gonna be punished by it for your whole life.
Right.
If you don't.
Hey, I tell you, there's always a time where someone will remind you of the one you didn't like. For instance, I'll give you one, right?
Yeah.
So on Get the Fist, you know this song, right? It's a West Coast, it's a West Coast positivity song. Everybody getting together, unity against violence, sort of like the Stop the Violence thing in New York, right? DJ Pooh did the music for it, and we had all these different West Coast rappers on it. I'm on it, and the beat he gave me to rap to is what I wrote to, right? And back then, my frame of mind is like I did with Muggs, I make the rhyme to fit that particular bed of music. It might not rock the same way on a different bed of music. And he flipped the bed of music to something different. And when I heard it back, I was like, oh, man. I mean, I wish I could have just rocked on this. I would have been more in, he thought I was in pocket, and anyone that hears it will say, that sounds good. What's wrong with it? For me, had I done it on that beat, I would have done it so much better in my head, because it's a slightly different pocket where it hits. So when people ask me about that song, or they bring up, that Get the Fist, I'm like,
that ain't one of my things.
Not one of my things. That song's dope.
And
the beat is dope. What he put underneath it, what he replaced it with was dope.
It was dope,
It was dope. It's just that for me, I wasn't comfortable.
You didn't write it in that for that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
the pocket is a little
I didn't lay it on that beat, and I didn't write it for that beat. So for me, I listened to what I could have did with that beat had I known that was going to be the end beat. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So there's that. So you better be comfortable with the things you do. I was comfortable with what I had until I heard it, and then I was like, oh man, I could have reflipped it. I wish I would.
There's people that sometimes they get a hit record and they don't like the song.
Yeah, they don't like to play it.
They don't like to play it.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate that song. It's like, yeah, but that's like the hit record.
What are you gonna do?
They know you for it.
That's the blessing and the curse.
No, for sure. That's why you say you gotta love what you do, man. Because whatever you put out there, you never know. That might be the one.
Yep.
Hey, is that the song you sold your soul for?
Right.
Because that's because it equates to that. I wanted this hit so bad.
You wanted to be known, right? Okay.
And I knew it was kind of not the one I wanted, but I knew it could go. And you released it, knowing that it could go, but you were going to hate every minute of the run. And then when you got to perform it every goddamn night.
That's the thing.
Because look, if
that happened to us,
when you're not performing your hits, people get pissed off.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We need to hear the hits.
It's double-edged though, because you have your fans that love your hits, and then you have your fans that love all your deeper cuts.
Well, there's that too, and they want to hear the deep cuts, no doubt. But if you go and do a show without one of those, moment-defining hits in your career.
Oh yeah, you gotta have those.
They're gonna be pissed off.
I mean, when you're doing your own show, when it's you, go off. That's your group. That's the people that love you, right?
You're doing, you're doing.
But you're in the middle of another whole situation, and everybody's doing their hits, and they know you for this song. You skip it. It just it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Yeah, that's it. Like you gotta love what you do, man.
I hate to go to a concert and I see somebody not play a song that I like. It's like, damn, bro, you did that whole set. You didn't do How to Survive in South Central, Cube. Come on, man. Like, so I understand that. You know what I mean?
I remember there was a couple shows or a show or
not
two.
saying that Cube didn't do that. I'm just using that as an example. You know what I mean? It's like
I remember when you were doing the runs with us. There was one show we had to skip because time went. Something happened with the time where the show was behind and we had to cut minutes off. And we normally end with Rock Superstar at that time. And we had to cut Rock Superstar off because we ran out of minutes. And we didn't want to be dicks because, one, it would cost us money. It's a union venue. And there was clearly a timer right there to let us know, hey, don't go over. So we had to cut Rock Superstar out. The next day, bro, like I'm getting hit on the DMs from
how dare you?
How dare you cut that song out? I was waiting for that fucking song, Cypress Hill.
God damn.
I mean, how do you not play Rock Superstar? What the fuck? I'm like, you know what?
It's like, bro, I gotta be at work at 7 in the morning tomorrow. You didn't. I'm up here till 12 with you. Come on,
it's
man.
like you're fucking right. It's not our fault that happened. You know what? It is our fault because we could have cut something else out and left that in. But like,
hey,
it
lands.
It was one of those things where we couldn't even decipher that because someone had to tell us like, yo, we're right there. We thought we were going to get every minute of the set in, but we ran off by like 4 or 5 minutes. And so we had to cut that. And motherfuckers were on my back about that shit. That's like if we had cut Insane. Like if we cut Insane out of our set, these motherfuckers would go nuts.
So that's the next step in the series of music creation, right? So you're writing your songs, you were gonna record your songs, you're selfish there. That's where you make you happy. You gotta make you happy in that process. But once you go live, now you're back in a different zone. You're not in making an album. Now you're performing the tracks that the people love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the hard part because you also want to play the tracks that you love. So the balance of what you love versus what they love is where your best show is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's a balance for sure.
I always try to make you guys stuff the more familiar, even if it was the album cuts, the more familiar
album
play.
cuts.
Yeah, that's just because I come from the radio end and I just look at it from the more familiarity. That's really the thing for me is like because those fans remember those certain songs. So you want to like, it's cool how we used to do the Cypress shows. They used to get a lot of songs because we used to cut things down.
Yeah.
And we were able to get more music in a certain amount of time. And that's why we used to get off on other people because they didn't understand that process. It's like
we play a lot of catalog.
We play a lot of catalog because we cut it down and we make it fit into a 45-minute show or an hour show. But then when the next person comes on, it sounds like they're kind of going slower because they're just doing song, stop, song, stop, song, stop. So that's another thing for you people, people that are in the music business or doing shows. You got to remember that. It's like you don't want to drag it out. You want to have like a 5-minute intro that brings you into some hot shit and boom. You got to have like a little setup, you know what I mean, to get it started. Because once if that group like Cypress, and we used to do it to groups, they'd come on after us, their whole momentum kind of went down because they're like, oh man, these guys just kill. After Rock Superstar, bro, we used to end it with that. It was
only there's yeah.
There's some people that can handle it, but there's other people, if you're not prepared and hadn't seen Cypress and you're at a show with us, and you're like, oh, we done that to some people, dog, where they like, definitely. We got to go next. These people just tore it down.
Oh, yeah.
What are we going to do?
You know what? We've done that to so many, but when it did to us, it was ice cold, bro. Like, I can't even tell you.
It happens to everybody.
It happens to everybody, dog. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But yeah, it does happen. As much you could hit home runs all day, but one day someone's gonna hit one out on you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all, like in the
they
night,
might even get a grand slam on you.
It's a walk off.
Oh, for sure.
We've had a few walk offs happen on us where we thought we crushed it, and how could they follow us? And then they came and just obliterated the shit.
But that's a good show for the fans.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. It takes the level. That's the whole point of it is that everybody wants to out.
I think the
outdo
competitive
it,
nature of it makes it that much greater because, like, if you got a band that's with the shits that's coming on after, and it's like, dude, did you just see what we got to.
You got to. You got no choice, bro.
Stops.
It's on you now.
Rick James and Prince's relationship says it all.
Oh yeah, they were the ultimate competitors against each other. Prince was totally trying to mind fuck Rick at every given point.
Crushing him.
One of my early concerts I think maybe my first concert as a kid, I was probably like 12 or 13. I went with some of my neighbors. It was Rick James was headlining. It was Zap. It wasn't even Roger and Zap yet. It was Zap at that time and the Gap Band. And man, they were all like, I mean, it was like after the Gap Band is like, oh, what is Zap gonna do, man? These guys just destroyed it. But then he came and took it to another level with the talk box. And then what is Rick gonna do after this? And Rick took it to a whole other level. Those were great times in music, man.
Yep. I gotta say, probably a lot of bands did that to each other. They're like, I'm
concerts.
I'm gonna give them the business, and they're like, oh, you gonna give us the business? We're gonna give you the business. Bring it. Those make for the best shows when no one folds. Mm-hmm. Because someone can fold, and it'll be like, oh man, did you see the show the other night? These dudes killed it. I mean, they should have went on. They should have headlined.
Rick James was so cold. He ended the show. And me and my friend Marcellus, rest in peace, we got up because we were young. And our friends were like 18, 19. We were like 12, 13. And my boy's like, man, sit down, man. We're like, what? Well, the show's over. The lights are on. Man, sit down, man. We sat down. We're like, man, why are we sitting here? Rick James took 15 minutes. And everybody started walking out of the forum, bro. Just walking out. And all of a sudden, the lights go off. And he comes back and he brings out Tina Marie. They do like another 20 minutes and do like Square Biz and like Portuguese Love. I mean, it blew my mind. It was Fire and Desire, bro. It was crazy. It was one of the best concerts to this day that I've ever seen in my life. And I was
all the
young as hell. Oh yeah. That's great. That's great. Those are great concerts.
I remember seeing Rick James getting into it with Prince on tour and stuff. They would always try to like outdo each other at shows and always fighting. And it's funny. You gotta check.
I don't know who would go ahead. They're both dope, man.
They were both dope.
They're both dope.
They both had great bands.
Imagine that tour though, Prince and Rick James.
Man,
like, that's insane.
Oh, there was a story, right, that Rick James told how when he would do the shows, he came up with that thing that we used to do in backyard parties all the time. The ooh ooh. Mm-hmm. So he would do that at his shows, like and Prince being at a lot of his shows. Eventually, when they start touring together, Prince is like the support. I don't know if they were flipping back and forth, but I think Prince was the support.
I think he might have been, yeah.
And Prince started doing the ooh ooh, and Rick James was like, hey, man, that's my thing.
That's my shit.
He goes, you don't own ooh, ooh. I don't think you have a trademark on ooh,
oh, boy.
That's what Prince told Rick.
Oh, my God. That's crazy, man.
And it set off the battle forever, dog.
The only thing I could think of when I think of Rick James' Prince is that Dave Chappelle skit.
Oh,
When
yeah.
they're playing basketball against each other.
Oh, my God.
Yo, crazy.
Oh, man, that was great.
And to see one of the guys, I forgot if it was Mick Free or I think it might have been him. I think he was one of the guys in the band. He kind of retold that story one day on another like thing that I seen, and it was kind of crazy for him. He was kind of saying the same story. He's like, "Yeah, Prince can ball, bro.
Yeah,
he'll take it to the hole, bro. Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah, he played ball in high school.
Yeah, he balled up
with the heels on.
Yeah, he was balling.
You see, Mickey Free was a man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever read Rick James's autobiography?
No, not yet.
It's pretty good.
I gotta read it.
He's crazy.
Hey, well, it's a trip though, man. Like his time in Canada, or like because he went up there. He's from Buffalo originally.
Mm-hmm.
He went up to Canada for a bit, and he was singing in a band up there for a time, and it was totally different. It was not funk at all. It was more like soul music and stuff. I think he even had for a small time he had like a contract with Motown, but they never did anything with him. Like at that point, like early on, like when I think he was in his early 20s or whatever, and then he meets up with with Neil Young and someone else. I can't remember. I think it was maybe Janis Joplin, and they're working together for a small time, hanging out and whatnot. It's a trip, man. Would you trip out on Rick James's story?
I actually worked with him in the studio before. We did a song for Kid Frost, "Smile Now, Die Later" album. We did Mary Jane, and he had just got out of jail, and like he needed to get some money.
Yeah,
like because I think he was on bail. I think he was on bail from that situation that when he burned the girl or whatever.
Yeah.
So he had got out and he was just trying to, so we was like, oh, we got to get Rick James, and we had to go in the studio to work with him. He was a very cool guy, very talented dude, man, very talented. He knew exactly what he was doing on the microphone when he jumped on it. It was like crazy to watch, but he was just one take, boom, and he was in and out of there. You know what I mean? But he was a good guy.
Man, I wouldn't just stomp my feet in somebody's couch. Yeah, stomp my feet in his couch.
Yeah, man.
That was hilarious.
Hell yeah. Rick James is the shit, bro.
Hey, Dom, no, it's not Door Hash today, right?
No.
Nope.
Right. Cool. Just making sure that we're not skipping. What were you gonna say, Les?
I was gonna say the Charlie Murphy stories was funny too.
Yeah.
He had some good ones.
Yeah, man, he did.
But yo, I want to say R.I.P. to Lola Boo. Word up. We're gonna miss her, and she was definitely the shit.
Yeah, I miss you, Boo.
Yeah, Boo was great energy. She snapped in when she came here, and it was hilarious. She was, looking at the future in great spirits. So
because it was not too long ago she was on here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it seemed like it was a cool year for her too, because she had just done verses and just like started doing a lot more stuff.
I had heard her on. I forgot I heard her on a song with somebody like a new generation.
I think she
girl.
did something
with Lotto. I think with Lotto.
With
yeah.
Lotto and Glorilla.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the one I heard. And I was like tripping. I was like, oh damn, they got Gangsta Boo on that, which I thought was dope. I was like, damn, it surprised me when I heard it. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's tight.
It was dope. They did that.
Yeah, it was dope. I loved it because it just brought back that whole fly. They were killing the game when they had their time, bro.
Yeah, definitely. She was one of the first people to reach out to Glorilla when she was first coming up.
Yeah,
on her first.
Because she's from Memphis too. I think. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That was cool that she was like putting a stamp on her, or help putting a stamp on Homegirl. You know what I mean? And then they pull her back up.
Yeah,
because they're like in the light now.
They're the new generation. You know what I mean? So it reminds people. But yeah, man, that was a sad story to hear, man.
That was another one. Lotto did a good performance on the New Year's Eve thing. Like she didn't lip sync. She actually.
I think people sleeping on her. I think she's dope. She is dope, man. She's got her thing. She's got to put a few more records out.
But what I was saying is on New Year's, I don't know if you watched any of these boof ass New Year's Eve shows. A lot of them were lip syncing. There was enough live performances that were real, like Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton. All their stuff was pretty much live. No lip sync there. But like on the other networks, there was a lot of lip syncing going on. But not as it related to.
They didn't want no mistakes, just in case.
No,
you gonna stick to the track.
No one.
Gonna turn your mic down.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, there was hold on. On one on Telemundo, there was this dude on Telemundo, right? When they did their little ball drop, they had this one cat. I can't remember his name, bro. He was lip syncing everybody's parts that weren't his parts, even. You know what I mean? Like, so his features. And then there was times he got so winded because he was moving around so much, he just stopped doing it, and he just. Like not even doing the lyrics. He's just moving his mouth. It was horrible.
Yeah, when you work in the Spanish TV shows, it's a whole other ball game. They're like on a whole other like trip, bro. That's that I will tell you because I had done some Spanish TV shows and they live.
so that was my point about Lotto is that when she went on, I think she was on the Miley Cyrus one, and she did her shit live. Sounded good. Was dope. No, I don't remember hearing track under her, and she didn't like let any of it go without her being on it. It was dope.
Yeah, good for her, man. I dig her.
Miley sounds great.
She sounded really good.
Yeah. Her and Dolly. Like if you gotta pull up a picture of that, Dolly's like almost 80, and look what she's wearing.
Oh yeah, Dolly was right there, rock star in it.
She was laying it out.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're talking about.
Bring it.
But
you got a picture of
hey,
it.
hey, so I talked
That ain't
about
it.
this. I talked about this yesterday, right? About how some of these networks botch the countdowns. And they were talking about it on this. They were talking about it this morning. How like there was 2 networks, 2 or 3.
What do you mean
networks.
botched it? Like, what do you mean, like off time or?
Some like Don Lemon missed the countdown. He was too busy, partying out and
Signing
into
autographs.
whatever he was doing to
Right.
recognize the clock. That
So
was
he
one.
missed it.
He missed it apparently.
Oh.
And then
oh.
here, look, there it is, right there. They were doing the countdown for the Central Time Zone, and he missed it.
Oh, that's right, because you got different time zones. I forgot about
Right.
that.
So they're
Right.
celebrating every time zone, right? So then there's a network that their seconds were like 10 to 15 seconds off real time.
Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, they took like when you talk about fucking up the New Year's countdown, like most of the networks fucked it up.
Wifey's like, not yet. Yes, right now. No, it's not.
Like I don't know if it transferred into new hands, but like they seriously fucked it up. It
That's
was
crazy.
horrible. But yeah, the lip syncing was just like bad.
I was gonna say, did you catch the new edition show?
Yeah,
that was dope.
That was dope.
Bobby
and they
Brown
looked
had all
looked
of them.
sharp.
New edition got out.
They got down, and the way they did it was they did a Johnny Gill song first, right? His "Rub You the Right Way" thing or whatever his big hit was.
Yeah.
Then they did the Bobby Brown big hit. Then they did BBD's big hit, and then they did New Edition's biggest joint. It was pretty tight, and they look pretty sharp. I know Bolton wouldn't like these outfits, but I thought they were smacking. Son.
They're looking good.
What about those in red? Come on, Bolton.
Sheepskins was banging.
Let's buy some for the table, and we'll come to work like this.
We need to get some red bomber hats.
And that reminds me, your hat yesterday was fire.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank
That's
you.
a nice hat.
Salute to Wifey.
Edition. That's dope.
And they killed it too, and they sounded
Yeah.
good. They weren't lip syncing. They
was
sounded
real.
pretty good. Yeah.
No, they're really talented, man.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are talented.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's looking good.
Yeah, Bobby and Johnny need to, hit that gym. They need to get that diet proper though, so they can move around.
Yeah, a little more.
Let's pull Miley and Dolly back up there for one.
Let's just pull Miley and Dolly back up, right?
Let's point out for the keen eye. What does the keen eye notice here? And my keen eye notice is that one is commando and one isn't.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I see it.
And that's how it was in the other. They had a different wardrobe on too, where she has the white dress on.
Oh, they had it cracking the whole
And
night.
Miley was wearing the black outfit.
Ass cracking.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Miley is a dope performer though.
She's
man.
great.
Like she has gotten so fucking good.
Yeah, she's gotten really good.
Like before, I didn't think too much. You
Nope.
know what I mean? Some years back, but now,
No,
like
she's on it.
she's one of the best.
I'd see her
Her music
over-
is grown up.
She got the drama down.
Yeah.
I'd see her over Taylor Swift.
I'd go to her show before Katy Perry's, Pedro.
Nah, I still
I don't know.
No, I'm
But nah,
talking for real.
Miley- All right, let's go to
Although,
Miley Cyrus
although
concert.
Katy Perry could sing her fucking ass
She
off.
could sing it off.
I just,
And-
I think I could tolerate Miley songs more than I can Katy Perry songs. Is all I'm saying.
You heard it here. B's
As
going
pop
to Miley
songs
Cyrus
go.
concert.
Yeah.
Going to a Miley Cyrus.
That's Miley Cypress, fool.
Oh,
What's
there we
that?
go.
She smokes weed.
What's the other one that you said? Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Man, she sold a lot of records.
Yeah, she's
man, it's
Crazy.
Lots.
You know what I learned from that?
I'm not
When I
picking
seen
one
that,
over the other
She
day.
did like a 1 point something, whatever million. I was like, oh, so there are music buyers out there. It's just that
Yeah.
the right music's not out there
right.
that they want to hear. So
they're
because
not
it's not that you can't sell. That's why it just showed that people, these rappers that come out and do 50,000 the first week. Like that's cool, bro, but that's another level.
Yeah.
And it's
sure.
still out there. That's what proved it.
It's because you want to know why that is? Because hip hop is way oversaturated.
It is.
Anybody could do it, and you got independents to amateurs that they could put their music on a streaming site. So people that are signed to major deals and people that are signed to independents, there's just so many goddamn artists out there, and what they put on regular radio is all the shit they force feed you, and people think that that's all there is, but there's so much more. But nobody wants to do any of the research. They just kind of want it fed to them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's oversaturation.
Makes sense.
Of our music, what we do. There's just so much of it that like, and they ain't gonna give it a look like they did in the 90s, in the early 2000s.
And it comes and goes. That's why it's you're right. It's just so much of it. It just comes and goes so fast. You can barely even get into a person's.
It takes an exceptional record, like with what like Kendrick Lamar did just recently, and guys like that. It's got to be exceptional for them to actually get behind it.
Look, you said it best last week, though. We're still waiting to hear new drum sounds, right?
Right.
No, for real. Yeah, and I don't mean to be mean. I don't want to hate on the young people. I really don't. It's not. I'm not hating on you at all. It's just my observation of it. It's just I like hip hop. I can still hear a young kid and know he's dope, dog. I don't have to be, in the young kids thing. You know what I mean? But I like Roddy Ricch. I think Roddy Ricch is very talented.
Yeah, he's
so
dope.
when he puts songs out, I keep up on Roddy Ricch's music. You know what I mean? I like him. You know what I mean? So it's not that I can't flow with the new kids. It's just that it just kind of like I said. I was going the other day on iTunes like. I went 3 songs and 4 songs. I'm like, God, man, this looks
cookie cutter. It's cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's one sound basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, a lot of the independents, they're looking at what each other are doing and winning with. So it's, I got to make a track like so and so because they're hitting with this.
And you know what I noticed that they're winning with right now? The tempo is going up now. Now they got
going back
the fast joints now.
Yeah.
It's up there
because the chicks got to dance, Poppy.
Exactly.
Chicks got to dance.
But you remember back then it was on some slow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lean and rock.
All right, it is now that time.
I was actually
it's not.
I was going to tell you something, a little Taylor Swift fact. As of December 2022, she is the woman with the most weeks, 61, at #1 on the U.S. Billboard.
Damn.
Keep Swift.
What about that boy Bad Bunny though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bob Bunny.
Bunny just did some work to them,
He
dog.
said, he said you know what? I did so good. I'm gonna take some time off and relax.
That threw a.
He's getting shit over throwing someone's phone.
Man, he'll buy 1,000.
Yeah,
He did the Ronaldo.
Yeah, you don't care, man.
He did the Ronaldo.
He was on top of a gas station in Puerto Rico doing a concert. I was like, this is my guy right here, man. This is my guy on the what you call it.
It's crazy because he just did that, right? He's like on top of a gas station
doing a free for Puerto Rico, bro.
Exactly. They're making this a bigger deal than that.
because he threw her phone.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make no sense.
Oh my God.
But they'll make a big deal out of anything. I mean, that's it. Everybody's always looking for an excuse to like throw rocks at you.
Hey, B-Roll, how did you stay out of all that stuff? Because it wasn't as hard back then, or were they looking for stuff to get you caught up in, like just being a celebrity? You know what I mean? How do you duck and dodge that whole paparazzi and the, you know what I mean? Because at that time you guys used to still be out. How did you do that, man?
God's love is my armor.
There you go.
Thank you, Jesus. I'm loved by God. Jesus Christ. I'm loved by. Hey, listen, I'm loved by Jesus too, but I'm loved by God. It's 2 different things. Son of God and God.
Yeah.
Cannot get that part confused. Nope.
Yeah, because when you're a big celebrity, man, they're always kind of coming after you. And there was a time when the paparazzi used to be on you, bro, like following you, popping out of the corners, and you know what I mean?
Especially what they did with like Britney.
Oh man, bro.
The worst.
Oh man, she cut her hair off. Remember?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was when people thought like something's really going on. Like if you just had an inkling right then and there, that gave you the validation.
You seen when Doja Cat she shaved all her face off, right? It reminded me of that. It's crazy to have fame. Sometimes, like you said, B-Roll, you got to be careful what kind of fame you ask for, because you get a lot of it, and it gets crazy.
Here's the thing, right? Like, you got to be able to take the love and hate. That's the part of fame, right? Because you're going to have people that love you, but not everyone is going to love you. Some people are going to be indifferent, like, I don't give, they don't matter to me. But then you're going to have others that like can't stand you, even though you maybe have more people that get down with you than don't. There's still going to be those some that scrutinize you, that throw mud at you, and all the stones that that are thrown into the glass house, right? But it comes with the territory. Just like your privacy as a private citizen goes away when you have any kind of success. This is a part of the deal. And you must accept it. If you can't accept any of these things, then you should not do it. because like any kind of scrutiny, if you're someone who doesn't like it, criticisms, they're coming at you. Even though you're successful, criticisms are coming at you. Because they're, again, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be haters, and you need to be fueled by that instead of torn down by it. And not enough artists take that into consideration. Most of them will let the words of the poisonous words get to them and fuck with their confidence or their love for doing this or why they're doing it or the belief in themselves. It's
gives them stress.
Yeah.
Let the haters fuel your confidence.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly. Everybody at this table, let the hate fuel them instead of rule them.
For sure.
Always.
And
That's their job. That's what they're going to do.
all right. Let us go.
What's the time?
It's time to
All right, we got a bunch of submissions in today. First one's up. We got AJ Sense up in here saying, for the chocolate milk fans, this is the best chocolate milk that I've ever had.
Leche.
Saying you can find it at Ralph's.
the best he ever had. The best he ever had. Primo's Pasture Belgian chocolate. Okay. I don't think we have that over here, but it looks pretty good. The packaging, anyway.
I said it's at Vaughn's.
That looks bomb, dude.
Oh, it's at Vaughn's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna have to try it.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Never
milk is
really
awesome.
We're gonna send Aton to Vaughn's. Ton goes to Vaughn's.
Let's go, Aton.
Vonton.
And he gonna get us this chocolate milk so we could testify either yay or nay.
And some Baileys.
Baileys. Okay. Might have to put some Baileys in there.
That's what I'm saying. A little mix.
All right.
Morning mix.
Something.
Grab some lactose-free milk, Aton, too.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
You're one of those?
Yep.
All right. I got you.
And we got Bernard from Germany saying, check out my lamb kebab.
All right.
Scheiße.
I should have tried lamb at Fogo. I didn't try it. I haven't tried it yet.
Lamb is
You
awesome.
gotta try the lamb chops, Papa.
Ooh.
They are the best, B.
You didn't try that Fogo?
Nah, I didn't.
Nah.
We should have.
He was beefing, son.
That would have been the perfect place to try it.
That would have been the perfect place to try it.
I love me a nice doner kebab out in Germany and France.
Yep.
The wraps.
The lamb wraps.
The wraps are the best. That chili sauce and that garlic sauce together.
Out there, they have
yogurt.
more. Chances are you're gonna find lamb more than like anything else.
Yeah, there's more lamb
Chicken.
available out there on those, yeah.
So sometimes you'll just be like, yeah, fuck it, man.
But lamb is good.
Lamb is good. Hell yeah.
Lamb ding dong, son. Next.
And we got Dan Holmes up in here saying he's making a space shake. 7 grams
Oh,
of
man.
mushrooms, some dark
7
chocolate,
grams.
peanut butter, bananas, almond milk, and vanilla ice cream.
Well, you definitely ain't gonna taste none of them shrooms in that, but god damn, you are going on the melt.
Look at that. Holy
Jiff.
I bet that's delicious when you take out the shrooms anyway. that seems like it'd be a good shake. I'm gonna have to do it.
All right, explain this to me, Bureau. So what is this guy? This is what?
Mushrooms.
So he's doing mushrooms in a shake, like a blender?
Yeah,
shake?
so you don't eat the mushrooms and have to taste the nastiness of the mushrooms.
Oh,
This is how Estevan and Cartoon used to get down with their mushrooms, and I mentioned
really?
it. And this guy right here
But then you
went and showed his technique on how he does his shake.
Yeah, he goes all out.
He goes all out. He makes sure he likes his shake.
Yeah.
do you
And
have,
his shrooms.
do you have to eat the whole thing though?
You don't have to, but he probably did.
7 grams. You want to eat all that?
The melt.
Listen, get the full
That's crazy, bro.
impact.
Listen, the melt is real. At 7 grams, boy. Tell you that right
You
now.
know, 7 grams is a special place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's beyond finding Bobo in the portal. That's way past the portal.
Little sip and you good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You
That's a good technique though. If you don't want to taste them, that's it right there.
The next time any of y'all send in a submission of your delicious mushroom delights, make sure you send in a headshot of you when that's like at full portal. We got to see that face too.
He wants to see the eyes.
The portal eyes are the best.
Portal eyes.
It's all in the eyes, Chico.
Yeah, it's all in the ice, chico. But
Let's see if you got that 1,000-yard stare or if you just wide open.
Word.
And we got Dro Jackson up in here saying, got some in and out this past weekend, and I noticed my toppings are on the bottom.
Damn.
That's backwards ass.
Tell
See
'em.
what I did there? Instead of saying ass backwards.
I always take my burger apart and put the toppings back on top.
Yeah, you got to put them on top.
Yeah, go tell
I
him.
don't know why they're on the bottom there.
It still tastes bomb though.
It does. Yes, you're right. But they should be on top.
That's interesting.
Be a Karen about your burger.
Yeah, it's all right.
Be
You're
a
paying
Karen
for it.
about your
You're
burger.
paying for the burger. Don't get a little say in that.
I'm saying, once you chew it up,
See, now you got to go to that particular In-N-Out, unless that's the protocol at all of them now, and say, hey, listen, I want my tomato and lettuce at the top.
Are you
okay?
really out of line for asking?
No.
to come on stage?
No, you're not.
You know what I mean? Like
It's
paying
your
for
burger.
it. Yeah, you're paying for it though. It's
I
not
don't
like
wanna
you're
have to-
getting. It's not like you're asking for a free one.
I don't want to have to pull it apart and put it back in the way I want it. Just let me get it the way.
You know what it is? Stop playing with me.
Quit playing, man. Don't get artsy now.
así viene el sandwich.
Así viene el sandwich,
Así viene
man.
el sandwich, man.
All right, next.
And we got J-Max C up in here with a little purple yam ice cream, crushed Oreos, a little drizzle of chocolate syrup, and a waffle cone.
A waffle bowl.
That looks good.
It does.
Purple doesn't.
Hey, incidentally, man, I want to brag on this from last week. When they brought in the pasta and waffles. Oh man,
I was
Dang.
baked out.
Mr. Rebaker.
hey, that was awesome, man.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Thank God.
So they made this pasta, and then they ran the pasta through a hollowed out cheese wheel.
Oh, that was great.
You know what I mean? And so that the pasta gets the flavor of the cheese wheel. I can't remember what the technique is called. It's called something. And then he served up waffles on the side.
They were great.
They were awesome.
I had a waffle sandwich.
Oh, that's very good. That sounds good.
Shout out to them for making the non-medicated version too.
Yeah, it was non-medicated, thank God.
What up? And shout out Bubba. Good looks for that too.
Word.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you guys. That was
amazing.
that was amazing.
All right.
I was fully lit.
And we got Johnny up in here with a little beef, tenderloin, asparagus, broccoli, and mashed potatoes.
Hello.
It's a very lean cut.
That part.
Looks kind of raw.
It's perfect.
That's a good color. Just not enough fat in it. Need some more fat.
You like it red?
That marbling.
How do you like your steak, Coolio G?
Medium well. I gotta go with that.
Bolton likes his bloody.
Vampire.
That's right. He likes his bloody. He said, I like mine Damu. Like a steak, Damu, please.
And we got Ryan H up in here with a little double prime beef, triple cheese, triple bacon, aioli, smoky barbecue sauce burger.
Sounds like a lot of cholesterol there, buddy.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
Looks delicious, but I'd peel some of that bacon off.
Damn.
Come on, what's the difference? I mean, we have Bart's Burgers and you got a big slab of brisket on top.
It's kind of different.
I always get a no brisket.
Get the Tums.
Yeah, get the Tums.
sure.
Sure. Get that treadmill ready for the next day, buddy, because you're going to have to run all that right off. 2 hours
Or you just sit around and get fat for like a week or two.
for the winter.
Do you? You know
Your
what I
winter coat.
Put a little fat on it.
mean? YOLO, man.
YOLO.
Big bone.
And we got Sticky Fingers up in here growing some mushrooms.
Oh, yes. Sure is.
That's an avatar tree right there. Look at all the little tiny ones.
She looks dope.
It's crazy how that grows.
I never
Still
seen
don't
it like that.
understand it.
I never seen that before.
Smurf Village.
YouTube will teach you real quick.
For sure.
7-minute video or less.
For
That's
sure.
right.
And we got the Brisket King up in here, Bart's Barbecue, saying tomorrow Kyle Stallings of Rolling Smoke Barbecue from Austin, Texas, and myself will be doing a collaboration tri-tip and chicken tacos
Oh, boy.
at the studio.
Oh, boy.
wow.
When you say the studio, you talking about here?
He's talking about here. Steph, you coming? Salute to Mr. Bartz for today's chili that he brought. He brought beef and turkey chili, not mixed, separate. Delicious.
And cornbread.
And born bread.
Born bread.
And some born bread, son.
So you coming tomorrow or what, Steph?
This is a strong possibility.
This is strong.
Strong chance.
A strong chance.
The strong probability.
And let's see here. Okay, we got this sent in from Aton. We got Bart's Barbecue's joint rating.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Who
god.
sent that in?
That's another foot roll.
Oh my god.
Foot roll.
Foot roll.
You know that we cannot rate this, right? This is like
0.
Let's throw it out of court right here. Let's throw this
There
out
has
of
to
court.
be boof in there.
this
too.
looks like they tried to roll what looks like an ancient knife from the Sumerian times.
That's the
Would
first,
you grant it or
first
pardon?
joint.
I'm not granting it.
Wrinkled
anything.
ass paper too. That shit was in your pocket somewhere.
This was
Yeah.
found
your
under
shit
the
ain't even
pyramids.
clean, bro. This is wrinkled.
He was cleaning out his car and he finally
Yeah.
found
Oh,
it.
I found a zag.
Hey, he at least gets a point, though, for the funky, right?
That's not even a funky, though.
Yeah, it is.
Where's the
It's
logo?
clear. It's in there somewhere on the bottom.
Nah.
You're making
Yeah,
excuses
that's-
for him.
Come on,
When
man.
you submit your funky, just as a rule, make sure we can see the logo. That's a very important part.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the shark took a bite and said, "Nah, I don't want this."
This thing looks like a shark.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, from the rooter to the tutor, there's issues all the way.
Yeah, he needs some lessons.
That should look like a mummy.
I mean, it'll smoke.
Wrap it up.
I'll say this, because there is a positive. There's always a positive, and Bolton said it already. It's the glass tip, because otherwise, that's just one of them regular ass joints that you've seen and smoked forever.
That's like a joint you'd see without a tip.
Right. That's like a joint you would see without a tip, but it has one. So I mean, that is the plus. That's the positive.
That's the plus, yeah.
But otherwise, that's like every old twisted up thing you ever seen.
It looks
in
like a
movie.
1970s hippie twisted joint, right?
A
Yep.
Japanese joint.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
And next up in here, we got Miss Angelique, and she said she saw Ray doing bowling and some trick shots.
Holy shit, dude.
I just can't play the audio with this.
All right, spinning it.
This dude does look like Ray. You gotta wait till the end.
Wait for it.
Let me know when it's done.
You got one strike. You better get a second one on the slow.
That is a pretty good trick shot.
Yep.
Let's see what it does, bro.
Oh, he's gonna get the spare. Look at that. Look at that.
That's
Right
good.
on.
It
Just
takes
whisk-
it takes a minute. It takes a minute.
It would have been dope if he got like an actual strike and then it was a new set of pins and he knocked those two.
Yeah. I seen
What's
footage
crazy?
like that, though.
What's crazy is that he got that. You know, like when he rolled the second ball that went before it, he got the pin to stay that he needed for the trick.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's great.
skill right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That was like his 87th try.
Probably.
It looked like Ray with B Real's old haircut.
Yeah.
There you go. Hybrid.
And let's see, next up in here, we got Ross Putin up in here saying, I picked up this delivery haul of hash, wax, flour, and liquid diamonds at Planet Fitness.
That one on the bottom, just throw it out.
At Planet.
That's what he said. That's what it says at Planet Fitness.
Not Planet 13.
Yeah, maybe Planet 13. If Planet Fitness is doing this, they're getting more signups
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Throw that dark one out, though.
Yeah, throw that dark shit out. What the hell
Might be
is
some
that?
hash.
Do
Could
some
be.
wax and jump on the treadmill.
Nah, if it's some wax, for sure throw that out.
And he's saying he had a nice dry herb vape sesh right after work.
All right.
And you guys like using the dry herb vaporizer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it so much.
The volcano's still chant.
Yeah.
Word.
The
I haven't done
volcano I'll hit, but
volcano
not
in a
like the
minute.
small devices.
No, volcanoes.
I missed the volcano. We should do that.
And we got Bubba Kush up in here saying he's making some full spectrum oil.
Oh, there it goes.
Hell yeah, send me some.
Putting in that work.
Bring it.
Send me some, Papa. Let's go.
And we got one happy mama up in here saying, I want to send a very happy 18th birthday to my son in here, Space High.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Booyaka. Bubble.
No boof.
That's right.
No boof.
Smoke.
And we got let's see, we got Julie and Robert up in here saying Robert played at a show this past week in Long Beach and was repping the Insane t-shirt.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
I want to hear his band now.
Bring it.
That's tight, man.
And this one's pretty good. We got Ray's Honor up in here, and he's saying Mount Brochmore.
Look, I don't know if Burt Reynolds should be there. His brosha's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't even. It's.
You need a better picture because he had a brush shot.
He did.
He did. You
But
gotta
that's
find
not,
the one.
That's not it.
That's not it. That's not giving him favor
No.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I could think of several other people that you put there where their broshas are like standing strong.
And even Sen's got better shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, B. Y'all could do it better.
Bert is a legend, but you know he only carried a heavy brosha a couple times.
Yeah.
All right.
Point made.
And we got Smokestack Mac up in here saying, have you guys ever seen a spit fight where people just spit on each other instead of punching?
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I'm not even trying to see that. It's fucking gross.
That's disgusting.
No.
That is some mad disrespect right there. That's another level of disrespect right there, bro.
It makes me want to fight just seeing that.
Just wow.
Punch the screen.
No, punch the screen. Yeah, no. That shit out of here.
Yeah, Colton.
And we got the Inner Realms up in here saying he's got a new quartz banger and a torch.
I'm smoking out of that rig. That's nice.
Those are always the best torches.
Put some stickers on
That's
that
nice,
torch.
man.
Put some life on it.
Bring it.
I like that turntable setup you got.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the Inner Realms up here again. A little new artwork for our next beat tape release.
That's dope.
Awesome.
That's pretty dope. That wizard is kicking it.
It's like sleeve of wizard.
Vagine is like sleeve of wizard.
Yeah, I like that.
Wizardry.
We got Slow Canadian Joe saying, this might look like I'm flipping you off, but I'm not, and this is how I roll my joints.
Oh, man. Well, that's not even a joint.
Shit, dude.
Looks like a
It is like you're flipping us off.
I mean, that paper alone, what is that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like just parchment paper
I was
rolled
about
up
to
or
say,
something.
what color is that? I never seen that.
It's a toothpick.
Oh, you know, it will smoke,
It will smoke.
but that's about it.
That's the kind of joint that people take too big a hit on all the time, and it's always running. Like half the joint would be burnt, but it ain't even burnt.
Yeah.
Sneaking into jail.
You got to puff on it. You got to enjoy it.
Invest in a Funky Fill tip. Know what I'm saying? FunkyFillTips.com. www.funkyfilltips.com. And put a glass tip in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
Those are game changers, man. Straight up.
Game changer.
Straight up.
Funky with the PH, not the F. Like the phonies.
With the PH and the CK.
That's right. Don't get no phony fill tips. The funky.
Right.
All right.
And next one up here, we got a little bulldog versus a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Cat straight flipped him on his head. Look at that.
Flip the French bully.
Straight walking away like, look at this fool. You want some?
Ah, it was so good.
So
It
good.
was so good.
The boy was stuck. You know what would have turned? He said, "What happened? Who did this?" You look at him. He's like, "Wait, hold on, man."
I mean, that's like out of the X-Men fast.
Yeah. He gave him a judo throw, dog. That was martial arts.
Dog was
Stabbed
confused.
him on his back, bro.
Cat looked right at him too, like, you want another one?
That cat gave him that's cat judo, son.
They're sneaky. It's crazy.
That fool trying to run while he's on his neck.
Straight tossed him.
You seen the people that just get attacked by cats? This thing is those are It could get pretty dangerous.
Oh yeah.
He thought it was like 3 people doing it to him. He looked up, man, where all y'all come from?
Oh man.
When he gets up. Look
That
how
was
mad he
just-
is when he gets up. Look. Who did this?
Told you, fool.
Hey, a cat could do damage, man, with them
Oh, for
fucking
sure,
claws.
man.
Cat's looking at the cameraman too, like you got that right.
Yep.
Look at him.
He says we going viral right now, French. Next.
Hold that flip.
Oh, man.
In this next one, we got this sent in by Utah Hawk. We got a little drunk people doing things.
Oh, you big dummy, all the way down.
You got
man.
lucky. You got lucky.
Oh, he
yeah,
did,
he
but
did.
how lucky is that though?
Oh, wow.
How lucky is that? His back hit them stairs. He's lucky, sure, but he ain't feeling so lucky.
Yeah,
He's
That
feeling
hurt.
luckier he did that if he went hitting that gap.
he probably broke.
I would imagine
back.
before he bounced into that stairwell, his head hit the rail on this.
Oh yeah, you could see his hat blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see the video ended right there.
For doing
That's
dumbass shit.
That's when the ambulance came after that.
That's
Oh,
very
boy,
it's
that-
very very miracle whippish.
Yeah, man.
That's for real, Miracle Whip.
You don't think I could go down these rails, bro?
I got that. I've been doing this.
Bring
I
it.
used to do this
got
in
the
my
cowboy
grandma's
boots
house.
And the
Got
cowboy
his
boots
cowboy
on.
boots on. Yeah, his old ass paid the price for this.
Stupid.
Just a word of advice: should you ever hit a handrail, you see your feet are your counterbalance. You never lift them above the rail.
Do not lift them above the rail.
No matter what, those things stay down.
And yo,
All right,
That's
next.
crazy.
that's crazy.
We got this sent in. This kid's an absolute weapon.
Bring it.
Oh yeah.
Punk ass boards.
I hear it scream.
Punk ass boards.
Wait for it.
Is this kid on roids or what?
Put them bricks a little closer.
That's Dustin when he was a kid.
Dustin when he was a kid.
Put them bricks a little closer, though.
He's thinking of that brisket right now. Put the weight on that brisket.
Barts.
All right.
Bart's gave us a TRT.
No man is hype. Don't nobody mess with me at school.
Yeah, nobody fucks with
Ain't
this
nobody
kid.
mess with him at school.
Shit, dude.
He probably immediately, you want some?
What do you want to do?
Bring it.
Oh, yeah. No.
Hey,
Good
good luck.
luck screaming.
Kids around him, be his friend.
That day he turned into a man.
Yeah.
And we got this next one called Sad Bitch Number 2.
Sad bitch number 2. Who's number 1?
Zach fucked me over. He fucked
That
all
makes
of us
sense.
over.
No one gives a fuck. Sad bitch
No one gives a
number
fuck.
2. Who's number 1?
Zach fucked me over. He fucked
That
all
makes
of us
sense.
over.
He fucked me over.
Holy shit,
He's
dude.
like, "Woo."
And they're all still together right there.
Sad bitch 1 and sad bitch 2.
Number 1.
Couple of sad bitches. Right next.
We got a little soccer footwork for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You can work on your footwork right here, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy right there.
Never thought of that.
Want to work on your game? This is it right here. Look at that.
Bring it.
Dodging obstacles too.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
You could bust your ass too.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you ain't got
man.
your footwork down, yeah.
I don't know, man. Props for that right there.
See the way those pants fit? That's because of that.
That's a good point,
Yeah, she
too.
works that out.
That ain't him first time on that track, on that treadmill.
That's pretty good, though.
That
She
is,
got
that
good
is.
footwork.
For sure.
Well done.
Don't get her stomping you out.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna.
Don't get
you,
kicked in the balls by her,
You
buddy.
ain't blocking shit.
Oh my God.
This next submission, it was all over Twitter. This guy holds onto his car while it's getting stolen.
Oh, no.
You big dummy.
Oh no.
This one keeping it real goes wrong.
Wow.
That was your chance, but nope.
Nigga turned into a stuntman.
He's trying to shake him off. He's like,
this ends the same way every time, where you go flying and get fucked up.
Damn.
He can't get him off.
You ain't taking my car.
Oh my God.
Oh man, he couldn't get him off.
He got some handrails on top here.
I mean, he's in a firm position.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got handrails. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got his feet planted right there in the hood too. So he's
I
there.
ain't going nowhere, buddy.
Gotta have some grip though. If he's going like 30 miles an hour.
You gotta have some grip. Yeah.
Yeah, these are still what you would call survivable speeds. Once he gets up to 85, 90,
Yeah, that's a little bit harder. You better have a lot of grip.
Hey, but look what he stole. Look what kind of car he stole, man. Like, ain't like you really like, what you getting, man? This is a family car.
Station wagon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he pays insurance. It
Come
covers
on,
this.
man. What you stealing this car for, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Let it go.
That was fucking crazy. All right.
Oh my
Don't
God.
none of y'all do. I don't want to hear about none of y'all getting stuck on top of your car trying to save it. Don't do it.
Do it, man.
Not worth it.
Don't fuck
Yeah,
I mean, you never know what's in the car.
It's your Lambo. Let it go.
You could have something in the trunk that.
Could be that there was something in the car.
Let it go. It'll be there.
Yeah. What if your kid's in the car? You can't. Let it go.
Yeah, you might make your kid parentless though at the same time.
Nah.
You would die for your kid, though.
Of course, but
That got to be the craziest thing. Jump in a car and you're trying to steal a car, and then you're like, oh no, you already took off.
yeah, you
Oh no, you in
gotta
bad
stop.
shape,
You gotta
bro.
stop on principle.
Ain't no jumping
Word,
off
you better
here.
jump out.
Oh, they looking for you for
real.
sure.
You got him
For
beat
sure.
the fuck up.
Oh, they're firing guns on you.
Oh yeah.
In these last two, we got a couple of music submissions. We got Inner Realms here. Low End Wizards, it's called.
All right.
Let me get a drink.
Shit is banging.
Next time we get a musical submission, Bolton, I want to hear you freestyling on it.
Yeah, where's your freestyle now, Bolton?
Yeah, come on.
I like that. That's nice, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for it next time.
It's calm.
In the next music submission, we got Ricky the Prodigy up in here, and he sent one in as well.
It's your turn. Bring them verses.
Bring it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We got 2 tight submissions today. This is dope too.
Mm-hmm.
But Bolton ain't got it for this.
I got to get in my feels for this one.
You got to get in his feels. You hear that? You got to get his vibes.
Gotta get simpy.
I need Marbell's mom hanging around me. A little motivation.
Unsolicited, unprovoked.
Giving me massages.
Yeah.
That's what you see. Your verse should have been that.
Deep burn.
LL Cool K.
LL Cool K. All right. I see what you did there. All right, next.
And that seems to be it.
Thank you for your submissions for today. Keep them coming to BRealTVContest@gmail.com, and we will get them on to all the folks watching right now. This is the Dr. Green Thumb Show. If you're new to it, we do it Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 Eastern, live. No pre-record, all live. And you're here with Julio G,
Yeah.
Psycho Les,
Yo.
Steph Tone,
Yo, everybody.
and the champion,
Yes.
Pedro.
Champion sound.
Champion Sound. And yours truly,
Champion.
and yours truly, Dr. Green Thumb. Please smash that like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. And crack the all notification bell for the content we be dropping. And share the show out, man. You know, don't bogart it. Don't keep it to yourself. Pass it around like some good weed you might share with your best friend and all that. Now we're going to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That is our live chat. If you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, now is the time. Let's go.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. First one up of the day, we got Mr. Funky asking serious question. When is it okay to stop saying Happy New Year?
Today.
Right now.
After the first.
I told my neighbor this morning and I hadn't seen him.
Yeah,
But it's, you know,
depends if you haven't seen this person.
yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that person and all that stuff.
Yeah, but
I would say day
after
two.
today,
Day
I'm
2,
done.
day 3.
I'm over it now.
We're already in 23.
And just as a reminder, because we didn't quite remember yesterday, but it's Callie Blaze's birthday month.
That's Callie Blaze's.
Uh-oh.
You gotta throw him a party every day he's here. We'll call this 20 Jordan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Make him light up a cupcake.
Instead of calling it 2023, we're calling it 20 Jordan
20J.
over here. And then next year will be 20 Mamba.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And we got Midget Mike up in here asking, should I have Chinese food or chicken wings tonight? You guys do the pick.
Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese.
Chinese.
Bring it.
Chitty wok.
Chitty wok.
You can get some wings at the Chinese spot too.
Wok, wok.
You could.
You can have both.
Bofa.
Thai.
Bring it.
And we got JAG up in here saying, be real. I just quit smoking bud. Any advice?
Damn, start up.
Smoke some bud.
Get back.
Just, hey, listen, take it one day at a time. Find different things to do. Try meditating when you feel like smoking weed and, like you're trying not to. Like meditate, maybe.
And try to stay away from people that smoke for a while.
That may be all his friends.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to back up.
Like if I was to stop smoking weed and that was my whole deal, I
you'd
couldn't
be
hang
solo.
out with none of you
Yeah,
guys.
you'd
I'd
be
be a
solo,
loner.
That ain't gonna happen.
You'd be on Zoom.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's just put that out there right now. I'm just saying as an example.
I mean, there'd have to be extreme changes for that to happen.
If he comes from a circle of stoners, he's got to become a loner then.
Imagine
You got
that.
and I feel like you got to be stronger than that. You got to be able to hang with your peoples, even though.
No, I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying
For the short time?
For the short time, just to get you started. You know what I mean? Eventually, you slide back in, but in the beginning, you don't want to be around. Because it's hard. You're trying to get away from something. You got to stay away from people that are smoking. You know what I mean?
And like when you feel like you need to smoke, just try meditating. You know what I'm saying?
I've tried to quit a few times, but I just can't do it. I've just failed. And then I get in a real bad mood, like the first, second, third day. Like think of maybe 3 days I went, but man, I get in like a real bad mood.
Julio, this
Crazy.
is our medicine.
No, it is at this point.
It heals us. It keeps us young. There's no need to stop.
I believe that to be the case for everyone that smokes it, though.
That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Some people might want
million
to take a break,
You could take a break from it, sure,
Yeah.
but it's not like it's not something that's ailing you. It's actually healing you. So like if you take a break from it, that's fine. When you come back to it, it's not like you broke something. Oh man, I'm doing this again. It's not like coke or the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Bulky.
Always been fine.
This is healing, man. This is a
I
spiritual
do like to see
plant.
people when they're like, "Oh, I quit smoking for like 3 months, man. This is my first joint I'm gonna smoke." Oh, I'll be like, "Oh, that's gonna be."
It's
the
like
best.
their first
That's
time
gonna be
ever
the
again.
best. Yeah, that's gonna be the best joint right now, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you want to get a reset like that, you want to feel like you did when you first started. Yeah, you could stop for a while, get a reset, and then when it hits you, it's gonna hit you. Especially because now, mostly all the weed is strong. I mean, you would have to go out of your way to find something that's not strong, and like ask for that at a dispensary. Hey, give me some mids.
Yeah.
Because I haven't smoked in a year and I need to like come in slow.
Yeah, for sure.
That wouldn't be me though. If I had not smoked, if I had to not smoke for a year and then it was like I'd be like fully ramped up like the first day. Give me the strongest shit.
For sure.
Go.
Yeah, I don't even think if I had taken a serious break like that, I'd be like, let me get some mids. That'd just be crazy talk.
Yeah.
Longest I ever went was when we went to Dubai.
Yeah.
Because I had to. But I had a great time there. I didn't feel like I needed it. So it was crazy experience. But
Yeah.
probably the longest I went.
My times off are when we fly to Europe.
That's right.
Just the flight.
Smoke weed every day.
That's right.
I was telling somebody the other day, I was telling them how when we used to tour, we used to, you get to the airport, you were on this flight, and then you jump in the van, you know what I mean? And then I always just jump in the back, jump in pretty much first, so I'll be in the back. B will be always kind of towards the middle of the front. And then I'd be like, in my head, I'm like, I wonder if this guy brought some weed. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, you just
Smell it.
you smell it, and then I'm like, this guy, man, how does this guy do this, man?
Sometimes left pocket.
And at the same time, the crazy part about it is like, damn, I really want to smoke a joint right now too. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, this is like so perfect. This guy saved my life right now.
God's love.
So many times, bro. So many times.
God's love is my armor.
Man, bro.
Next.
And we got Emma up in here asking, what happened to days when bands would come back for an encore?
Say what?
What happened to the days when bands would come back for an encore?
We used to do that.
I mean, I think everybody used to do that when it's your show.
Yeah.
You can't really do that if it's like if it's like a festival, but like if it's your tour, you could kind of do that. But I think bands kind of got beyond that. Like it's like we're just gonna play the set, and the last song is the last song.
I got
unless you're like Bruce Springsteen, where he's gonna come do it like an hour encore.
3 encores, 2 or 3.
2 hour show and then an hour encore. Yeah. That's what you're gonna get with Bruce.
To the Rick James.
Salute to the boss, cause he works.
For sure.
But no, we ain't doing no stank ass encore. You know what you saw is what you saw. We used to do that though.
We used to do that. We used to, because sometimes it helps you, because sometimes they want you to play for like an hour and 30 or whatever. So it helps you kind of stretch out the show a little bit too. It gives you a little time. Like, okay, let's let them chill out a little bit. Let's go backstage and cool. Let's come back. But that's when you're doing like an hour and a half set. You know what I mean? And so you can work it into that.
I didn't like the encores because for me it was like when we stopped for that little bit of breath and then have to go out there and do like 2-3 more songs. I would rather have just gotten them
out the way.
fuck out the way and like let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the build-up is great. Like encores are cool for a build-up moment, but you better be playing some shit that's better than your headline song that you played, or you saved it for the encore, and that never works because it's not supposed. Your headline songs ain't supposed to go in the encore. That's way too long.
Yeah,
to make people wait.
For sure.
That's like some goddamn Steve Miller shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
No disrespect to Steve Miller, but like that's what he did. Like facts, B. I
love that story, B-Real.
Yeah,
man.
no.
I love that story.
I mean,
man.
that's
So I just want to give people the boom bang and then let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what we did in the encores, but
as far as Beat Nuts shows, we always used to do encores, But I had a funny story about an encore one time because, like, we would like act like we finished the show, right? And then be like, all right, peace. And then we'll walk off the stage and then the crowd will be like, Beat Nuts. They want more. They know they haven't heard that joint yet. So that, we'll be like, yeah, I want more Beat Nuts. We'll get it crazy, right? So we'll come out, do Watch Out Now, right? Boom. That was our show all the time. There was this one tour in Europe, we did the encore, right? All right, peace, boom, we out. As soon as we left the stage, the next guy came on. Hey, the new show came on. So we never got a chance to come back. Crazy. So, funny.
That's ice cold.
So we was like, we can't be.
You can't.
Mad funny. The new music came on. The dudes came out with the mics.
That's like a Saturday Night Live sketch right there. God damn it.
Hilarious.
That is funny, man.
That's good.
You guys have the mics on still?
Yeah. It was like,
what's going on here?
we supposed to, it's like, it's not even worth arguing.
That's
like,
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
fuck it, you got the bag.
Yeah, we got the bag. That's it.
Mr. Bungle did this rad thing years ago at a show. I'm sure they still do it, but they came out, did the encore first. Like they came out, did a cover of Welcome Back, Kotter, and then they dipped out. They were gone for like 20, 30 minutes. Like just made everybody wait.
No way.
Then they came back and did the same song again in Spanish. Then the show happened.
Wow.
I would have left straight up.
And who was that you said?
Mr. Bungle.
Wow.
Yeah, they came out, just made people wait after one.
It's the dude's band who used to be from Faith No More, the singer of Faith No More. He
Okay.
made a band.
I've never heard nobody do that. That's crazy.
Oh, he's tripping.
That's crazy.
All right, next.
And we got Ozzy Rob up in here saying, good day, family. First, I would like to wish you guys a happy and safe and baked 2023. Can't wait to see you guys come to Melbourne. And shots going off, B.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. And we got Melissa up in here. Shout out to Melissa for the super chat.
It's not Melbourne?
All right, let's not talk over the stuff. Talk over each other. Say that again.
We got Melissa up in here, and thank you so much to Melissa for the super chat.
Thank you, Melissa. And yes, Pedro, it's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Not
If you
Melbourne.
try to pronounce it Melbourne, the Aussies look at you like you're boof. It's Melbourne.
Melbourne, all right.
Call you a Seppo.
Yeah.
A Seppo.
Seppo.
Fucking
Good to know that.
Yeah.
And we got Jeffro up in here saying, salute and off topic. Psycho, how was it producing majority of Pete Nice LP Dust to Dust, and what's your take on the beef between third base?
I mean, the production thing with Pete Nice was dope. You know, we was in an ill loft and just banging it out. You know, some nice hip hop. But as far as the beef with Search and that, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get into
That's
that.
them, yeah.
You know, that's their. You know,
And then,
I'm cool with both of
and
them.
Pete's
so,
cool.
Pete's
Pete's
Mac
cool as
Cool's family and Search family too. So
Yeah.
so love.
And we got Tequila's Out of Tacos asking, how should new people in the entertainment industry deal with being shadow banned?
The only way you can keep living life, buddy, and post till they take it off. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like, hey, listen, my account in the last week or two has reached 10 million other accounts. Yet I got zero growth on my followers. That's how they're doing my account.
On which one though?
On my personal IG.
On your IG. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I've put out a bunch of videos that or clips that got hell of an engagement. Like a lot of comments, a lot of views, all that stuff, right? But IG has capped my following, right? So like I've gained like zero. So like if I gained 12,000 followers in a week or whatever, they've taken 11,000 from me. So it'll show me a gain of whatever the in between is, the couple hundred, whether it's 200 or 700, and it's like at a zero growth. They're like totally capping my shit like that. Like they will not allow they did this to me about 3 years ago. They had a cap on my growth ability, right? And then they took it off for a time, and I could see my numbers go up. The engagement and the amount of followers went up. You could see it. It was significant. And then maybe a year and a half ago, they capped it again. I'll stay right here, and it's slow growth, barely, but a whole lot of engagement. And that's unexplainable because that doesn't happen. If you got the engagement, you got the growth. It's access to other followers that see whatever you're putting out there that gets big numbers. Potentially they follow you. It's crazy that my account for the last year and a half has stood like this with the engagement that I've had. That's part of a shadow ban right there.
Some shit.
Sadly, the IG is part of the Facebook family.
Facebook does the same thing to any BREALTV account and anything that relates to Dr. Green Thumb Show. If you post it, they cap it ASAP.
The other day, I just posted like a baggie of weed, and I swear to God, it was like 2 seconds. They shot it down.
Yeah, no, they don't like cannabis accounts, and
That's what I was gonna say. So that's just pretty much.
They look at us like that. They don't even look like the way that they have our accounts descriptive. Like mine is, music or whatever artist. They label as a cannabis account. So they monitor what I put out there. And if you notice, I haven't put out a bunch of cannabis related content on my account in a long time because of that. And yet they still limit my growth. It's crazy. They'll allow the engagement, but they won't allow my growth.
They let it be there for like damn near a decade plus.
And then
it was strong. Fools was making livings on there.
And then flag you for it. All right, next.
And we got Maury up in here asking, now I'm curious which Deftones song Steph Tone likes playing the most.
Yeah, which
all
one?
Of them. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I love physically playing the songs off of our Koi No Yukon record. That's one of my favorite records of all of our records to play. I do enjoy all of them, but that if I'm gonna have to pick a favorite, it's the Koi record.
Dope.
And we got Ghost Boogie up in here saying, thank you for today's conversation. It was great content. Was there one song that you made or you heard that you wanted to hit, but it didn't?
A song that I heard or what?
A song that you heard or made that hit, but didn't, or a song that you heard or made that you wanted to hit, but it never did?
No, I mean, no. I don't think I've ever had that one. I mean, look, you want them all to hit potentially, but like, we were never looking for that. We're just looking to put out good music. So, you know, if it resonated, great. If it didn't, we knew that we would know if the songs were good when we played them at the shows. Because if the people reacted to them, it's a good song. Regardless of the radio pumping the song or not. If the reaction is at the live show and they're giving it up, you know you got something, and that was everything to us. So we didn't really care. You know, we made the songs. If radio played them, great. If they didn't, they didn't, and we just kept it pushing.
I always gravitate immediately to songs that, you know, that just catch you right away, right? But all those ones that didn't bump the first time around are the ones that end up being the ones later on.
Right.
You know, because you're gonna just go to the ones that are easy. They just swoop you right on in. It's those other ones that get you later on. Because mostly, for myself personally, I already wore those other ones out. I need to hear and want to hear something else. That's when I get a great appreciation for the songs that I didn't like to begin with.
Yeah.
You know.
And we got Chewy up in here saying, first time I ever heard Cypress Hill was at a Slipknot concert last year, and I've been listening to them ever since.
Well, thank you, man. That's what it's all about. That's why you take those chances. That's why a hip-hop band goes on tour with a straight-up metal band to, like, prove that it can hold the stage with them and to give people a different experience and possibly win some folks over, man. And we appreciate you being here in our community with us. Spread the word, man. And you know, hey, it was a great tour, and we love Slipknot and what they do, man. And
that must have been crazy with those guys.
Oh,
That's
man,
dope, bro.
You know, they were tripping out because at first they were nervous that people weren't going to fuck with us, like, because their fans normally don't fuck with their support acts. You know, like they're very reserved on giving their energy.
Yep.
Right. And I know how that is because I seen it happen when we took Action Bronson on a couple of shows with us. You remember that? People were very reserved on giving him energy, even though we thought he was dope.
Yeah, I love that from the beginning.
You know, so sometimes it just doesn't mix. And, you know, I think they were afraid of that happening. And from the first show to the last, we brought that energy that we normally bring and tight and a dope set list. And they gave us the energy, you know, and even the guys on the Slipknot crew, more than anything, the crew, like the band, you know, the band is the band. They're always going, oh, they're our favorite dudes. Yeah, hell yeah, we want to tour with them. But unless they're out there watching, they don't really know what's going on. The tour guys that are out there doing the work, paying attention, the crew guys, I should say, you know, they would come up to us and be like, man, we didn't think this was going to, we didn't know how this was going to work, to be honest with you. But you guys came out here and did your thing, man. It's different. It's dope. We should do a whole other tour. Like, hell yeah, we should.
Yeah,
but that's the thing, man. You know, it's having that confidence in yourself to go and play your music in different places that you might not think it'll fit, but it will.
Slipknot's great. I love those guys.
Yeah. And salute to you once again for being here with us.
And we got the Inner Realms up in here saying, I had to pick up nutrients from my brother from the hydroponic chef. He offered me dinner and busted out the exact same dish with the big wheel. Respect.
Awesome.
And we got Sven up in here saying, rest in peace to Ken Block. Big fan of his videos.
Salute.
And let's see, we got Zachariah up in here saying Tulsa King is going strong right now. Can't wait for the next episode.
I got to catch up. I'm just one behind. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Have you watched this, Julio? Okay, Tulsa King is on Paramount Plus, right, streaming network, and it's Sylvester Stallone playing a mafia capo who got out of prison, and they told him he had to go run Tulsa. He doesn't want to, but he eventually snaps in and starts, you know, handling biz. It's really good.
Sylvester Stallone, huh?
Yeah, this is right here.
Love this dude, man.
He took over a dispensary. He started selling.
Give him his movie back.
Yeah, give him his movie back, man. The Rock.
Trying to hold his movie, man. Come on, bro.
Rago.
A Rocco. All right.
And let's see. Next up in here, we got Red Boy, the Mexican, saying, I got to see De La Soul and Fishbone back in the day, and it was great.
That's a good concert.
That's a good concert.
Yeah, De La puts a good show on, man.
Fish.
So does Fishbone, too.
And we got Darcy Choke 420 saying, I've seen Cypress Hill 33 times.
Jesus.
I've seen the Deftones 14 times and the Beat Nuts twice. Love all of the shows in my mid-40s, and I don't go to that many anymore.
Nice.
That's good, man.
Yeah, thank you for all those times.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for sure. Well done. 33 shows.
Peter, didn't you guys play with Fishbone recently?
Yeah, they played
Palladium or something?
Yeah, they played the Palladium with us for the Haunted Halloween.
That's dope.
Good.
They killed it.
And we got Mad Tree saying Cypress is one of the few rap bands still playing on K-Rock. He's saying K-Rock only plays Cypress and Beastie Boys.
They used to play Eminem and Outkast too. But yeah, K-Rock. That to speak to that question you had earlier, K-Rock was a big deal with that too because they were playing Insane in the Brain, and I remember there was a thing between them and Power 106 over that because they would work together on certain things, Power 106 and K-Rock, as long as they didn't cross each other's genres. And when K-Rock started playing Insane in the Brain and then eventually some Outkast and Eminem stuff, there was like a little bit of friction.
Yeah, because they're like, you're starting to play hip-hop.
Yeah,
so
like, what are you doing over
What are you
there?
doing? Right.
Yeah.
So you need to leave that to us over here. We do this.
But that goes to show you the power of hip-hop is that it crossed over into alternative music like that. And even into
well, you guys did because that's what I'm saying. For everybody, it's not everybody that had that lane like you guys because you got
but it opened the door for that because the ones that came after us have definitely gone to some of those. Not everybody, but like a lot of cats went through that lane after that to when you showed it was possible. And that was the thing. And some hip hop have gone to like top 40. Like on Kiss. And they never used to play that unless it was really poppy, like Vanilla Ice and Hammer type of thing. And even they didn't get run on Kiss.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
it wasn't until maybe like 10 years ago Kiss starts playing, pop rap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We got Ruthless Cannon up in here asking, is the Excalibur bong available for the public to buy?
No.
No fucking way.
No fucking way. Never. He'll never escape my hands. Yeah, no. Which one's that one? The one we used to take on tour?
Yep, that's the one.
Damn, bro. That thing's been around the world, man.
8-foot bong.
Man,
no,
bro.
you couldn't offer me $1 million for that one. I mean, you could.
100 million.
I mean, you could, but you couldn't. That bong is priceless.
That's crazy.
It's been in our circle for so many years. It's seen the road with us. If the bong could talk,
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion.
Billion.
It already smokes with you too.
Yeah.
Only thing it needs to talk.
It still smokes too. We do concentrate.
That boy Bobo used to hit that thing. Boy.
Oh yeah,
Bobo used to
hit the
get
hell
that.
out of that.
Oh man,
Big lung Bobo. Vacuum. The vacuum. All right.
The foundation of being an icon.
Yep, that's part of his iconic legacy.
For sure, bro.
And that seems to be it for submissions.
Word. Salute submissions.
Or super chat comments.
Yeah, salute for your comments and questions and all this. We appreciate you and we want to thank you for being here with us. We have a mix after this on Twitch. B_RealTV is the place on Twitch. Check that out right there. If you got a Twitch account, come get down with us because Psycho Les and myself are going to pop it off, double shot combo style.
What's up with Twitch? Are they shadow banning?
No.
Nah, they're more loose right there, right? See?
I think with music, they're a little bit more
they're more loose, man.
But, like, it's more for gaming, like people that, like, the real big accounts there are like the gamers.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Like 40,000 people.
Yeah. But it's cool how DJs came in there and popped the whole thing
Yeah.
off on there because it was really a gaming thing at first.
You see a lot of great DJs.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
up in there.
yeah, they've been promoting Twitch forever now. At this point, you know what I mean. So that was cool how they flipped it.
Yeah, salute to everybody there. If you're watching us on Twitch now, just stay locked in, and we're going to snap right into the mix right after this.
Yep.
And everybody on YouTube, Discord, BREAL.tv, everywhere else, come join us. If you got an Amazon Prime account, you crack that Twitch monthly subscription for free there and enjoy our mixes and everything else over there on Twitch. All right, so welcome to it. And if you want to catch this on the replay, Apple Music and Spotify, the Dr. Green Thumb podcast. Once again, like it, subscribe, share it out, crack that all notification bell, and get down with us. All right, Julio, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody, and I wish everybody the best 2023, man. Let's do it. Let's get it. Get that bread-o. Shout out to everybody, man. Much love.
Easy.
Yo. Shout out everybody. Happy New Year. And word, if you looking for the merch, go to the psycholessshop.com. On that note, get ready for the mix after this.
We're heard. Bolton.
Shout to everybody in the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout to Ray Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. And everyone just start heading to Twitch right now for the mix show. What's going on, Steph Tone?
Shout out Pedro, B, Julio G, Psycho Leezy, Bolton, Ray Morning Shot Films, Terran Avila Hammer, Dominator, Aton, Kenji, E-Zone, Cali Blaze. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday,
all the Asylum, the 5150s, the Twitch Ward, the Discordlies. Happy New Year to all y'all, and see you guys again on Friday. Pedro. Yes. Oh, also, Mark Sergeant, Karen B, and David Wise. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, salute to everybody that's tuning in, everyone here at the table, Treehouse crew, everybody that's just been supporting, and visit your local Dr. Green Thumbs. Stay laced up.
Word up. Hey, we just want to send you positive vibes, as we always do. Send you love. Send you encouragement. Know what I'm saying? Encourage yourself. When you fall off of something or you slip and fall, get the fuck back up, because life don't stop there. You got to keep it pushing. Believe that you could push through any problem you got, any obstacle you can get around. All right? Just focus and believe. All right? Stay with love. Love is the key. Unlock it and get rid of that boof energy. Swallow that.
BREALTV.